I've got no game sound. Hello. Why have I got no sound? Ah, there we go. Welcome in. I've returned from my travels. Back in time to see off the F2 season. I've tried to keep somewhat in the loop with things. May not have watched it live, but I've at least watched the last couple back on stream. So interesting to see how it ends. Title race, both the drivers and the constructors still up for grabs. So I'll run through some of the permutations for that. In terms of who's up for grabs, I mean it's Darwizzi in the Haas and the Alpine driver Wizzyboy. To be fair, I think Darwizzi's got to have an absolute stinker to not win it today. I think he's already, how many points was he? Let me double check. So as things stand, he's 22 points up the road. So as a minimum, Wizzy has to win. Wizzy has to win and then just hope that something goes against Darwizzi in the race. No quali bans this week for Wizzy. The last 2 weeks he's obviously had a quali ban. So he's at least hoping to start from the front end and then go from there. In terms of the constructors, again, still up for grabs between the two teams that are fighting for the drivers as well. 41 points though between Haas and Alpine, so again Haas pretty much have it wrapped up. They also have a reserve driver in for Alpine in the form of JD Bull, so they need him to step up, and they need a double podium if they want to try and win the constructors. Clipsy is back today, though he had a race ban last week, as far as I'm aware. I think he did. So realistically, Haas just need points. Any kind of points on the board, and they should have it wrapped up. On board with Driller, though, he's invalidated, so a good start. We go to the championship leader. Before we fully move on from last week, I thought I'd just quickly go through decisions. Not that many things kicking about in Singapore last week, even despite the torrential rain. We had an incident for the lead where Driller pulled over for Darwizzi across the line. Both drivers involved did get warned. Darwizzi and Driller had the position switched in the end. So Driller did take victory last time out in Singapore. Cyril also got penalised for a collision with Wizzyboy on the opening lap. And then Wizzyboy won't be reserving today as he's serving a race ban for a supposed purposeful crash. No POV was provided. So because of that, and what the indications are pointing towards, he has received a race ban. Last race as well that people can pick up penalty points that can affect their first race of season 5. So we're just keeping an eye on a couple of the drivers that might get close to that tally. I know someone like Nano's on 5 penalty points, so he needs to be a bit careful. Nepatal and STL OG on 4. I don't think STL is in today though. And then the likes of Cyril and Darwizzi on 3, so at least they have 2 incidents, they should be safe. That's another one talking about season 5, just around the corner now. So if you're listening and you haven't signed up for next season, please drop into the channel, go into the server, and sign up if you want to race. There's still a couple of spaces free, yet to be announced, obviously, for season 5. But if you've got the time, so you might be able to displace something and get yourself a seat. So make sure you get that done. Go back on board with Driller, just as he's finishing his lap. He's purple in the second sector. His first official run after invalidating that first one, when I was just waffling on. Coming across the line, we'll see what he can do. Driller goes pole with a 27.6 provisionally. I don't know what time we're expecting for pole, you know. I think, well, from what I've seen, I know certain drivers can go and hit a 27.3 or 4, maybe even go as low as a 27.1 or 2. So I know someone like Wizzyboy has more pace than him. Darwizzi down to 7th certainly does. So still more time to shave off, I think, from the big hitters. But at the moment, it is Driller Bonds, the previous race winner, on pole. 2 race wins this season, 2 poles. We will see him again in season 5, so keep on him on where he is, whether he's in F1 or F2. I know we should have a lot of returning faces for next season as well, so it's going to be interesting just to see how the grids are looking next season. I mean, making the grids, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what teams people are asking for, what divisions people want to get placed in. So see. 2 drivers yet to set time as well. We got Chesney 1995 and Ryan, aka Wicked Red. He's still in the pits as well. Keep on board with Chesney just to see him across the line for his time. Plenty of time still left. Japan's one of those tracks though, because it's so long, whether you want to stay out for 2 runs. Personally, I would always do 2 runs around Japan, but it depends how many sets of softs you want to use up and how much fuel load you want to put in. I know optimally you probably maybe want to put 6 kg in, but if you want to do 2 laps just in case you invalidate the first one, it might be worth putting it up to 8 just to secure those 2 laps. Watch Chesney 30R down into the last 2. Tidy lap. Where does it put him? Puts him 8th. Just 3 places below the higher Chesney. Brothers in the division. Got a bit of Chesney civil war going on this season, so I think Reese is gutted to not have done the clean sweep this season, so we'll see what happens between them again today. Chesney doesn't have enough fuel to do another, so that was his last one for now. Still 9 minutes of the session left though. Go over to Marinov to see him across the line as well. Oh, he's backed up as well, so that's no time on the board. Fresh anyway from Marinov. We'll go to Darwizzi, who's on his lap. Only the one reserving at the moment as well, Wizzyboy. So see what he can put in on. Oh, just as I say that, Darwizzi's in the gravel drop. Yeah, we'll see what Wizzyboy can do ahead of next season. Yeah, sign up. So can he put a marker down and make some teams be interested in signing him for next season? We will see. Obviously, the race times are changing for next season as well. FT's remaining on this day next season on the Friday, but the time will get pushed forward 2 hours. So it runs at 8 currently. Next season will be at 6, and the same time slot will be replaced by the F1 division. So the F1 division and the F2 will both run on the Fridays, 6 and 8, so back to back. So we'll go back to season 1 vibes when we both ran on Sundays. So a bit of a chaotic Friday, but hopefully we'll have some good racing. Changed up the grid slightly, so hopefully that'll mix up the order a bit and provide some entertainment. Right, Ryan is on track, so we'll watch him finalise his lap. Only car yet to set a time. So we'll see what he has to offer. Driver that's joined mid-season and has showed some promise, so hopefully can end the season strong. Let's keep that tidy. Where does this time compare through sector 2? That's the question. When Cyril goes pole with the 27.5, it goes a 10th and a half quicker than Driller Bonds. So we are seeing some improvement out of there. Oh, close to the invalidation there, but it's a nice line from Wicked Red to the line. Where does that put him? He goes 11th. Quite a close field so far. There's no real drop off. I mean, the drop off might be his time with the 28.6. Everyone else is quite close, you know. I mean, you've got the top 4 in the 27th, and then it starts to fade away, but for the most part, quite a close pack. who next? Sam Ross as well. Sam Ross 3/10 up on his time through sector 1 alone. But he's got lots that he needs to catch up on, because even if he keeps that time through the rest of the lap, that still leaves him down in 14th. So hopefully the Romeo driver can find some time, move him up the order a bit. His teammate also on a lap up in 6th. He's only just started his lap, so we can switch those later on. Driller's well ahead of this. It's further, isn't it? Yeah. 10th up on his time, so we'll just watch Driller to the line as well. He's already gone provisional pole once. Can he do it again? Cyril a bit surprisingly up in pole. I'll be shocked if he stays there. So we'll see what the big hitters behind have. And Driller, yeah, Driller regains pole, gets a big improvement on his time. He goes P1 by just over or just under a 10th. Was he in the pits already? Go down to Sam Ross, on board with him earlier. He goes 10th with his time, so he's found heaps of time on his, up from 14th. Opposite side of the garage, Reese still on his time, but he's pulled out. This is the full ERS, so he must have messed up early to still be on full ERS. So we'll watch him. Do you know what? We'll watch him all the way through his next lap. No pressure. Getting treated to a full lap from the, well, currently he's in the pits actually. He's had enough. I was getting all excited for his time. Kookaburra up in 4th, but he's invalidated this run. Clipsy's just started. Is he just started? 86, he should have enough for 86 to set one more time, so we'll watch Clipsy. He's got the fuel to do it as well. Clipsy, another driver that's reserved mid-season, shown enough to then warrant a seat on the grid. Just nice to see new drivers coming through. What does his sector 1 say? He's marginal on his sector 1 time, so he's still got a shot here. I mean, he's already in 6th, it's already a good time. So Nikolai jumps up to 5th with that time, 27.9. Clipsy, if you can find a 10th though, I get him right in the mix of Kookaburra and Nikolai. And then after that, I mean, that's when it starts to then get harder, when you're trying to catch up to Marinov. But we'll see. We'll see what Clipsy can do in the house. Darwizzi as well just hops up to 3rd with that time. Ooh, and he's lost like, Clipsy's in the wall. Clipsy lad in the pit. He might be able to come out for one more run though. 4 minutes still on the clock, so yeah, plenty of time for him to get a new front wing strapped on that car, and out he goes again. Who at the bottom's nearer time? Wizzyboy's half a second up on him, so we'll watch him come across the line, and then we'll switch to Nepatal, who I also saw just start his time. Just 1.3 seconds covering the whole pack, which isn't too bad actually. On a track like Japan where you've got to be so precise, I think a lot of people would be happy with that. I'm certainly happy with that as a grid spread. Second race of the season from Wizzyboy, reserved in Texas, so we see what he can do here. Moves up to 9th place this time. Switch now to Nepatal, see how he's getting on in the Williams. Williams not having the best of season, I'll be honest. Oh, and Nepatal's pulled out of his lap as well. But yeah, Williams struggling. Down in 10th place in the Constructors, only on the 31 points for the season. 193 down to our current leaders has. But I mean, they've still got potential this for this final race. They're 4 points behind Merck, so is there any Merck driver actually racing? There isn't. No STLR. And then Alex, who's been a long time absentee in that seat. So I mean, all they have to do is score 4 points, and they can end the season off the bottom. So, do you know what? I'll root for Williams. I was Williams last season. I'll root for my old team. Wicked Red. Is he on his lap now? He is. He's on his final run. Everyone's just starting to filter out, probably just to come out for their final run of the session. And it's still Cyril up in second, so Maybe this man's got some hidden Japanese pace. Darwizzi ahead. This is the crucial thing. Darwizzi already, he is ahead of Wizzy, or at least he's alongside him. All he has to do is stay within the window of Wizzy. He's already got that over 20 point cushion in the championship. Wizzy's the one that needs to be heaps and bounds clear of Darwizzi on track, so we'll watch this very closely. There's Wicked Red, last place at the moment. This will be his last run because he's not going to have the ERS to go again. So what we're seeing now from Ryan will be it. So we'll see where he can move. He's half a second up. Ooh, and Nikolai's retired in the pits, I think. Oh, I think he's just realised he's run out of time. So 6th place will be the best we can see to Nikolai start this grid. Where does Wicked Red go? And he only goes... Oh, I don't know what I was expecting there, but he's staying 15. I don't think that's not ideal from the Red Bull man. Not enough ERS to go again, so even if he pushes, there's no point pushing. He's not going to beat that time. He'll stay with a 28.3. Who else? Who else can we watch cross the line? I say filter through. We've got Haas coming to the line. Is that Darwizzi? Or is he just starting his lap yet? Oh no, has he got the fuel? He might be done. Who is that crossing the line? Where is Wizzy? We watch Wizzy on his lap. Wizzy is the key player here. Wizzy versus Darwizzi. And just for clarification, Darwizzi is not in relation to Darwin Núñez. It is a severe fumble on that part, and it is just a likeness. Wicked Red, yeah, called it a day early. He knew we didn't have the ERS to go again. Cyril still up in second. 2 tenths up for Wizzyboy. That's still the life. I mean, fair play to Cyril. 2 tenths is going to keep him right in the mix, even if Darwizzi finds that Darwizzi and Wizzyboy find that improvement. We've got a Mercedes just coming through to cross the line. Kookaburra stays 7th. And Chesney goes pole. 27.4. Okay, I don't think anyone was expecting that. Okay, Foley Wizzyboy across the line. What is his Sector 2 time saying? I mean, if he wants to get pole, he needs to find... Oh, I mean, he's got the time. At the moment, can he keep it through 130? Can he keep it tidy to the last chicane? Because he's got pole on his hands. Key extra point. He needs this extra point. Wizzyboy crosses the line and he goes pole. 26.8. 6 tenths. That's a monster time. And Darwizzi's in the pit. So at the moment, unless Marinov can pull off some kind of... No, Marinov is not improving. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. So that is it. Wizzy, out of nowhere, found 6 tenths on his time. And puts a stonking lap in to go pole in Japan. And then we've got Chesney. We got a bit of a surprise in top 5. Chesney P2, the different Chesney, not the one you'd usually expect being at the front. Driller P3. Cyril P4. Have we got P4 or... Driller might have had him in the invite me. Yeah, Driller P3. Cyril P4. Darwizzi P5. And then outside of that, Chesney Reed's down in 6th. Marinov. Nikolai obviously coming out a bit too late on his final run. Kookaburra at 9th. Clipsy has 10th. So this is also a battle to watch. So we're obviously going to be watching Wizzy versus Darwizzi. But then we need to see where Clipsy and Wizzyboy finish. Clipsy just needs to get some kind of points. Nano down in 12th. And self-admittedly doesn't have much practice, so we'll see what this man can do in the race and just survive. Sam Ross down at 13th. Nepotal in the other Williams down at 14th. And then we round off the grid with Wicked Red. So look at that. I mean, very close between 2nd and 3rd as well. And then you've just got a 6/10 gap there. Absolutely monster time from Wizzy. Even if you put that in F1, I think that's near the front of the end of F1. I know personally, if I get a 20 into the 26s, I'm loving life. So if he can do that in a session, let alone in time trial, then He's top end F1. One final time for season 4. Which he's done what he has to do. He's already bagged the extra point. So that means as things stand, what's the gap? Let me see. That's already an extra point. So he's now 21 points behind Darwizzi. So he still needs a mega effort. I mean, he's done what he needs to do. He needs to just do his own race and run away with it. Get the 25, well, hopefully 26 points on his part. Leave Suzuka with 27 points on the board. And then just pray that Darwizzi has a stinker. But what can the Haasman do? Wizzy gets away well to start the Suzuka Grand Prix. Covers up from Chesney. Leads down into turn 1 as well. Driller secures P3 still. Sora's already dropped 1 place. With Darwizzi's already up. And we've had a spinner behind as well. Kookaburra and Gabby. So somehow in the race. This man needs to get out of the race. And Wizzy, he's already streaking clear as well. He's doing what he has to do. Let's quickly check strategies. This is already Darwizzi, like I said, game 1 place. Wizzy and Darwizzi, both on the alternate strat, both starting on the softs. So both the championship rivals are going big. They're starting big. They want to get that gap out. So realistically, Darwizzi, he doesn't want to be caught up behind these two. He needs to clear these guys. Where's Reese as well? Reese had a bit of a stinker down in 9th as well. Cyril back up. Just hoping to do Williams proud. Look at that head, look at this. I don't know if that's even valid. Darwizzi might have to give that back. That might be that might be an illegal overtake. Marinov just gets squeezed there. That's probably going to be a track limit as well for him. Slight contact with Sir Nikolai. Oh, he's just missed the wall there. So look at Wizzy's 2.3 seconds clear already. Nefertal in the pits already as well. Is that for a wing? For his sake, I hope that's not a wing, because unless there's a safety car, he's already just stranded miles back. Oh, and it is a wing. It's a wing for Nefertal already. Opening lap collision. We got a VSC out as well. We shouldn't do. Just a scummy yellow flag, yeah, I think so. Look, Wizzy's checked out, isn't he? He's checked out of this race. Darwizzi just doing what he needs to do in 3rd. Completely fine in this position for the title. I think if Wizzy's in P1, I think all Darwizzi needs is 7th. So for this sake, I mean, the gap already to 7th place is, I can have a look at what the gap looks like. The gap from where he is now down to 7th is already 3 seconds, so he just has to keep doing what he's doing and the title will be his. Who else have we got scrapping? Everything's still quite close throughout the grid. Nikolai closing up on Chesney through 130 yards. Oof. Decided to ease. Oh, and he's going for the end. Oh, it's a bit late on the brakes. Contact made, but the move is done. I think that should be okay. I mean, it's completely muddied Chesney though, as he's dropping down past Marinov. Oh, very close there with Clipsy as well. 3. Oh, look at this, look at this. Clipsy just needs to just stay out of this to stay alive. Nikolai up into 4th from all that, and Chesney maintains his P5. Cyril though, Cyril's fading, isn't he? He said in the race he wasn't that confident. And after a great qualifying, he's already down 5 places in the opening 3 laps. This is a bit of a shame. Chesney as well. Chesney down 5 places. Ooh. JDL caught on the curb there, and Chesney's trying to pounce on him, and he does. Free position effectively from Chesney to move back up. Looking for it's already got a time pen. I don't feel like time pens are going to be that much of an issue in Japan. So we'll keep an eye on that. but I think for the most part you won't be seeing many people picking up 3 seconds. Maybe through the last chicane, but like I said, for the most part you should be fine for track limits. It's not one of those kind of tracks, it's more if you're off, you're going to grab a trap and out, rather than picking up a little warning for a little cut here and there. Oh, we've got, have we had was that a tactical switch? Oh, I missed that. But after the history of last race, that'd be interesting to see what happened there. But Darwizzi on the soft has cleared Driller. So the soft runners are now 1-2, but can Driller get a sniff down and retake this place? He thinks about going around the outside. No, he thinks better of it for now. Softs don't have much longevity though. I think softs maybe have 9 laps. So Darwizzi just needs to leg it. Oh, Wicked Red's already out. He's already out in the pits. This man's had enough. He's done 3 laps and pulled it into the pits. Right, let's see some Alpha. Oh, and Sam Ross is off. Just as I thought there might be a potential battle between them. Oh, and Sam Ross joins a bit dangerously there. JDO smashes into the back of him. That'll be going to the Stewart's room, I imagine. Has he got wing damage from that? Oh yeah, he's missing an end plate, so we'll be seeing JDO in the pits. Unfortunate. And then for Alpine, that's a killer for the title, because they need JDO up with Sir Nikolai and Driller fighting for the podium. So already, if he's in the pits, he's going to be down with Nepotal. He's completely out of the picture, which is a shame. Shame for Alpine, shame for the French. Oh, depends if you like the French. Marinov had a good run on Chesney, but again, second time he's been squeezed on the outside. He just stays tucked behind, a bit throttle happy. Bit of lag up ahead as well with Wicked Red leaving the session. He's a bit far back. I don't think he's going to be able to make the move. I don't know. Marinov's going to have to stay tucked up behind. Where is Nano? Nano as well. The other Aston Martin getting a bit isolated back in 12th for now. 3.7 behind Sam Ross ahead. Chase is making good progress after getting past Sam Ross when he decided to leave the track. Cyril up his next target up ahead. Cyril slightly fading in the race, but I mean he's still getting the points. Like I said, there's a potential switch in the constructors between Williams and the non-existent Mercedes. So if he can grab some little points down the back, Williams might have a sniff of moving up off that bottom place. And then we've got this little battle now going on between Marinov and Clipsy. Well, Clipsy just trying to get involved as well in this scrap between Chesney and Marinov. Marinov might be able to get a good run on this. Go down. Oh, I'll quickly switch to this actually. Oh, Kookaburra, I didn't even realise Kookaburra had lagged out. He should have retaken second, but Darwizzi doesn't really need to battle this, because he's going to have DRS down the main straight. So Darwizzi should just be able to tuck in and sneak this position back, but honestly he shouldn't. I don't think he should be battling this hard, because for him the title is in his hands. It depends how greedy you want to get for points, because as it stands, the title is yours, my friend. It's Marinov makes that move stick on Chesney, moves up to 5th. We've also got Chesney still tucked behind Cyril. Kookaburra is now back in the car, I think, as well. So even though he's got... Oh, and that's... I mean... Wizzy's got the 3 seconds, but he's already 4.5 up the road, so... That might not even be relevant come the end of the race, but something worth keeping in mind. Wizzy's... I mean, he's clearly pushing them to already have 3 seconds. It'll be interesting to see what warnings other people have. I don't really want to go check just in case it breaks on me, but already at 3 seconds. As it stands then, we are going to see double victory from Haas in the constructors and the drivers. Oh, we've still got 21 laps to go. Something like a safety car changes everything, but particularly for Wizzy now that he's got that penalty. So for his sake, he needs to hope that everyone has a clean race and can get spread out. What have we got? We've got Reese still tucked up behind Chesney. So obviously just staying a nice little comfortable buffer now to Drillabonds. Running out of room down into turn 1 and 2. He's staying tucked behind them. These people switch again. Chesney's back ahead of Marinov. Both on the medium tyres. So this is just solidly for position. Got Nano on the softs as well. Nano and Wizzy both in the party as well, so I imagine that was top disgust. Who else is in there? And then we've got Sam Ross. It'd be interesting to see what the soft runners go on after that. Whether you put the mediums on or you go to hards. Boy making his clean air out of the pack, putting it to good use, banging in the fastest lap as he catches up to Nefertal as well. These two boys at the back, they're praying for some kind of incident ahead. They need a safety car. Japan's one of those tracks you're just going to get left behind otherwise. So for their sake, hopefully we can bunch everyone back up. We got this battle though from Chesney Marinov. They're squabbling and they're letting everyone else bunch up. Reese is starting to become slightly detached from Cyril, but they're both catching up to Chesney. Well, Chesney version 1 and Marinov. Marinov's still tucked up right behind. You'd expect him to get a run again on Chesney down into turn 1. Chesney's made it. What's happened to? Oh, and Cyril just lost it by himself. Cyril, man, come on. He's now the one that's just become detached from the pack. He's now his own little bubble. Lost DRS from Reese. Kookaburra's now 3 seconds behind him. Hopefully he hasn't got damage. Car looks okay, maybe a bit scruffy on the left, but hopefully that's fine. Back to this little battle then. There's one car down from this. Chesney then, Reese did not want this, because now he's become left in no man's land in a way. He hasn't got the slipstream ahead of Cyril, and now he's 1.8 behind Clipsy. Hopefully he can just do his own thing and just catch up to these three, let them squabble. Have a look at... look, he's already... Marinov's drained his ERS. Chesney's still got a good chunk, and Clipsy's being very, very fruitful and saving his. 100% still on his ERS. I mean, maybe he's saving it for Christmas, I don't know. If he wanted to, he could just absolutely empty it now and get tucked right behind Chesney. So, I mean, maybe he's just saving it for a latter stage in the race, maybe just before he comes into the pits. Time will tell. Darwizzi's still right up behind Driller as well. I mean, it's not going to be long until he's in the pits. Wizzy and Darwizzi, I think Darwizzi's going to react directly to Wizzy. Wizzy will be the catalyst for the pit stops, I think. Whenever Wizzy comes in, I imagine Darwizzi will just chuck it in the pits as well. 8 laps, I imagine they've got 1 or 2 more. Softs around here, probably, you'll be in puncture territory after 11. So they're already looking at coming into the pits. But then that's the question, what tide do they put on after? We've got a bit of a mad scrap going on back here. Nano's Sam Ross. You see, Nano's tyres must be praying for a little change here. Oh, and Sam Ross, that's the second time we've seen him do that. Oh, hopefully he hasn't got rear wing damage there as well. Spy on him to make sure he doesn't reset the track. Oh. 2 times he's just got on the throttle a bit too early. Around that turn, he's just chucked it wide and into the gravel trap. And that frees Nano. I think Nano was starting to sweat a bit with Sam Ross so close to him back. He can breathe again. Now with the 13-second cushion behind him, Kookaburra just 5 seconds up the road. He himself is in a bit of an empty part of the track. Just with Cyril, after his little debacle as well, just up the road from him. But I just realised as well, Nikolai getting dragged back into this scrap. Chesney behind this. Marinov is on a charge. Marinov's dropped Chesney, and he's got just eyes looking forward. He's gonna have to try and go around the outside. Ooh, thinks better of it. Pulls out of that move against Nikolai. But out of nowhere, from Marinov defending against Chesney, he's now decided to switch onto the offence, and he's now coming for that 4th place. Looking at that gap out front as well, 3.7 seconds. Those softs are starting to die, and it's getting ever so close to that penalty window for Wizzy. So as it stands, with the penalty applied, he's only 8 tenths of a second, 8 tenths of a second ahead of Wizzy, ahead of Driller. And then Nano, he's the first one. He's the first soft runner then. After that mistake, or the pressure he was coming under from Samros, he is the first soft runner in. So he's done 9 laps of racing on those softs, or 8 laps because he's coming a lap before the other 2, and he's chucked on the hard. So hard until the end, 17 laps. I mean, you can do it, but it's whether you'd want to do 17 on the hards, as opposed to maybe trying to eke it out and go into the mediums. But everyone else on the mediums. Ooh, drastic move from Clips. Clipsy's finally using some battery as well. He slightly pushes Chesley wide. Chesley will get tucked in behind for the DRS down the main straight, but Clipsy's got a massive ERS advantage. Even if Chesley decides to drain it, I mean, if I was Clipsy now, surely you empty your battery. He's using it way too late. Surely you would have just drained that to try and... and Chesley been squeezed wide and got that 3-second pen. Surely you would have just absolutely drained it to fend off any form of challenge. But he's made the move stick, and he's effectively got Chesney a penalty. So for now, that will stay that position. Darwizzi as well. Darwizzi tries the undercut on Wizzy. He's bit the bullet first, coming to the pits. Off to the softs and onto the mediums. So that's the difference between Mr. Constella and Nano. Nano's opted for the hards. He's going to the end. Darwizzi, he will be going to the end as well, but potentially a riskier strategy going for the softer compound, going for the mediums. We're keeping on Wizzy now. Wizzy's got a 4.2 cushion up front, but where is he going to come out in relation to Darwizzi? Because those softs now are going to be screaming at him to come in. So surely he's in this lap. I'd imagine Wizzy chucks it into the pits right now. If he does another lap, then I think he could get eaten up. Yeah, and he's in the pits. Wizzy in the pits. So this is big. Oh, gets it slowed down enough as well. Driller as well. Driller follows him behind. Same pit stop, even though he's on the softer compound. Nikolai stays out. Marinov stays out. All this lot, they're staying out. Chesney's trying to get back at him as well. He does. Where does he come out? Where is Darwizzi? Where is Wizzyboy? Where is Wizzyboy? And he's out. He's miles ahead. How is that? And he's got Kookaburra in between him now, so he's going to try and dispatch the McLaren quite quickly, but how far up the road is Wizzy? To be fair, he's gained on him. He's gained time on Wizzy. He's now just above 3 seconds. But, Kookaburra, I don't know if he's gone wide or let him through, but that's a blessing for Darwizzi. He's got... Oh, and Kookaburra's lost the back end there. But he's now got clear air now to Wizzy. 3 seconds. I think Darwizzi needs to make this count now. Mediums versus hards. The hards are going to come back into Wizzyboy's favour at the end of the race when Darwizzi's mediums start to fall off the cliff towards the end. So he needs to make this count now. I think he needs to try and get the track position and then fend off Wizzy at the end with the penalty. Get him frustrated, get him up to 6 seconds. Kookaburra's like, Kookaburra needs this buggy coming in. That's 2 places in a matter of half a lap that he's lost, just based on tyre wear alone. Sam Ross is off. Sam Ross has either had a collision or he's just chucked in the wall. And he hasn't pitted yet as well, I've just realised. So Sam Ross has done 11 laps and now he's behind everyone. Well, Nana's just chucked in the pits. JD Boy and Nepatalo had early collisions. So he's 20 seconds behind Cyril, who's on the closest other strategy to him, which is very painful. I mean, Cyril himself has had a collision, so not ideal from Sam Ross to finish off the season this way. So this scrap though between Clipsy Chesney, these guys have become a bit isolated from Nikolai. Nikolai's still tucked up behind Marinov, but there's a 3-second window now between these two. Two separate little scraps going on. We love to see it there. A good race so far. A good way to end the season. And it's a historical track. A lot of people slandered Japan. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of racing, but I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. A nice way to end the season. Historical. Behind this is where you've got Reese behind his brother, both on the mediums, trying to catch up to this, but then this front five, when are these front five going to pit? That's the question. Does Marinov pull the trigger? Does he be the first one out of this five that pits? Driller's already come in. You think Driller's already chucked off these mediums? And yet, he's the first one. Nikolai stays out. Marinov decides, yep, I've had enough of these mediums. Clipsy as well. Clipsy stays out. So Nikolai, Clipsy. Meanwhile, did Chesney pit? No, Chesney did not pit. So just Marinov out of that little pack that decided to pit. So again, we're keeping our Marinov in relation to these front four, and we see, well, I imagine he's going to be ahead because he's done the undercut on them, pitted early, and on this game, fresher tyres prevails. Even we saw with Darwizzi and Wizzyboy. Darwizzi caught about a second just because he pitted a lap early. And Nevertell finally comes into the pits for his first pit stop. Getting rid of these mediums, and what's he going on? I imagine he's chucking on the hards. Seems to be the way of order today in F2. Mediums to hard, yeah. Think for him, Darwizzi. He's the only one that's running a soft medium. So it'd be very interesting to see how his strategy plays off. I mean, so far, in terms of his gap to Wizzy, he's got what, he's 3 seconds down. You could do with Reese helping him here, but he's just outside of that 3-second window again. But he's, like I said, he's doing what he needs to do. As it stands, it's going to be Hassan Darwizzi winning the drivers and the constructors. It's been a very tame race so far, which is very nice. We've only had one retirement, and that was in the pits from Ryan. I expected a bit more chaos, I'll be honest, to end the season in Japan. So it's been quite refreshing to end it like in this way. Nikolai though, Nikolai's making the most of all these cars scrapping behind. Wizzy's going to get caught behind this crack. He needs to be quite careful. And Clips effectively just lets him through. His tyres are dead compared to that, but Wizzy just made that look easy. Just slid straight past the house. That's just what he needs to do. He needs to absolutely fly past these cars because they're just going to ruin his race to Darwizzi. I mean, Darwizzi hope that all these cars put into the pits at the end of the lap. So he doesn't have to do what Wizzy's doing and actually getting the overtakes done. I mean, he's not going to catch them in time, so yeah, hopefully, for his sake, Reese, Clipsy, Chesney all come into the pits at the end of this lap. I mean, they've got 12 laps to go. They must be going for a medium soft. Because at this point, if you're on the mediums, why are you still out? They must be doing another 2-3 laps, staying out for another 2-3 laps, and they're going on to the softs. Oh, actually, no, Chesney's in. Chesney and who else was that? Both in. Both in, but Chesney Reese picks up a 5-second pen for speeding in the pit lane. I mean, that puts him now behind his brother in terms of pens as well. Clipsy, Nikolai choosing to stay out, so these guys at the front, they're going for the medium soft, but I mean, the Chesneys at 12 laps on the soft, 11 laps on the softs. I mean, that was the limit for our title people. They both started on the softs and pitted after 11 laps, so on lower fuel loads, I guess you can do 11, but would you want to do 11 laps? It depends, I guess. So Nikolai, Clipsy, how dead your tyres are. Because you've got Marinov. I mean, Marinov's still ahead of these guys, and by quite look at that, 7 seconds. That's just Marinov pitting earlier, getting the fresh tyres on, and then eating away at the people that are on the mediums. But that'd be a very interesting gap to watch. Oh, and Chesney's wide. He's pushing too much. That's not going to help him. And his brother sails past. But these guys, if they want to catch Marinov, ooh, connection between the Chesneys. Just as I watch that, but if he has wing damage as well, that's gutting. I don't think he does. But yeah, it'd be very interesting to watch this gap to Marinov. And Wizzy's finally cleared the last bit of the traffic. And yeah, that's it for Nikolai. He's had enough of the pits. Chucking off these mediums. He wants the softs on as well. Same with Clipsy. Clipsy's having a very strong race. Now what is the gap? They're both out of the traffic. And it's 3.2 seconds. Darwizzi, he just needs to keep it tidy now. Everyone behind him is out the way. It's literally between the two title competitors now. He just needs to accept, yep, cool, I'll take the second place. He's got Driller 5 seconds behind him on a harder compound. Now, where does Nikolai come out? Nikolai just coming out ahead of Reese. Well, Reese is a lot closer, isn't he, on these softs? I mean, Marinov has done brilliantly in the strategy. He decided early, get me in the pits, while everyone else decided to stay out that extra couple of laps and push his tyres. And look, it's paid dividends, hasn't it? He's 8 seconds up the road from Reese. 7.5 from Nikolai. I mean, Nikolai's on the hards, 3-lap hold. But Nikolai, it's just very strange that he would have pitted and then gone onto the hards. I don't know why he would extend that long just to go into a harder compound. I mean, he would be in a better situation to use the softs, so slightly strange from the Italian. And Reese trying to get this done early, isn't he? Look at him. He's trying to sail past, going to the inside of the spoon. Oh, I think Reese just has to be smart here. Don't do anything stupid. He's already got the 5-second pen. I think that's just a pen. We'll have a quick look at pens. Oh, and both Chesney's sped in the pit lane. Oh no. Is he going to try and get the inside of the spoon? No, thinks better of it. But I mean, Nikolai in a way, he can play this quite smart and just stay tucked behind because he knows as long as he stays within 5 seconds of these boys, he's sorted. He doesn't need to worry. But these people are starting to lose track of the front four. Nikolai 7.8 behind. Marinov doing a very good job on these tyres compared to the softs. I mean, Nikolai is now going to be the cork in the bottle for these boys behind. On the softs, just preventing them from getting any kind of bite in this race. Cyril still beating around in 9th though. Behind Clipsy. Clipsy though on the fresher tyres. So I imagine Clipsy will do nothing but pull away. Wizzyboy comes in for the softs. Second pit stop of the day. Unfortunately for him, it just hasn't worked out, and the safety cars the lack of safety cars just haven't helped him as well. But look at this, a nice little scrap we've got going for 5th place. 2 different compounds. You've got a hard sandwich. Clipsy, Chesney, Nikolai. 3 soft runners all in the little train here. All just waiting for Reese just to break the cycle and get past Nikolai. 8 laps left as well. 8. We're going on to the 8th lap. And Darwizzi just within that all-important 3-second window. I mean, he's trying to win this on track. If he stays as it is, he's just within the 3 seconds. Wizzy low on fuel. Ooh, Marinov low on fuel. I wonder if Nano's low on fuel. No. Samros low on fuel. Nefertau low on fuel. Jadiable. Oh, I mean, without a safety car, do these boys run out of fuel? Oh, that's... Nikolai's, he's been swallowed up. Nikolai's lost 2 places to the brothers, the Chesney brothers, on the softs. They're being very... Watch this gap. Do these boys just absolutely leg it down the road? 7 seconds behind Marinov now. I mean, with their penalties applied as well, I think 5th and 6th might be the best they've got to show for it. Oh yeah, and Chesney's got another 3 seconds. So that puts him over 10 seconds now worth of pens. Ooh! A little swipe there from Nikolai as well, just made that contact, but I mean Chesney's now, Jack's got 11 seconds of penalties. So his race, he is really going to drop. But I mean, you just look at the gaps. 11-second penalties moves him all the way down to what, 10th? Get some crumbs in the points, but that will promote Cyril and Kookaburra just because of, I mean, 11 seconds. He's not going to gain 11 seconds on there, is he? He's only 2 seconds ahead of Cyril, and Cyril's just put on the new fresher tyres. Yeah, 7 laps. Kookaburra on new mediums. I can see Chesney finishing 10th in this. It's a bit of a shame because he's had a good little battle with Klipsy higher up. Klipsy and Marinov and Nikolai. We've had a good battle. We've had a really good battle, I think, for this. This just below the podium spot. Reese managing to jump all these people though, but he's still 7 seconds behind Marinov. Marinov just do his own thing in 4th. Looks to be comfortably finishing in 4th place as big time. Same with Driller finishing 3rd. I mean, he's slightly lost touch with Darwizzi now. Darwizzi he's just playing with fire, isn't he? He's on that window, that 3-second window now with Wizzy. All he has to do is just keep it positive in his way, but like I said, even if he has a spin, he needs to not finish lower than 7th. He's got fastest lap currently. Is it still JDO Boy? Last time I checked it was JDO Boy. Sam Ross with a corner cut as well. Who was the fastest lap? JDO Boy still has it, 30.0. No one's even remotely close to it really. 0.85, I mean you've got Klipsy that's the closest. I mean, fair play. And he did that on the mediums as well, so. Who's the yellow flag? Sam Ross, is it? Sam Ross, that's the 3rd time he's gone there, I think. Has he got damage? No. The car looks okay still, but. Oh, look at that, it's gutting for him. Oh, and he's gone again. Oh. As long as he doesn't put it on the wall, but. I think that's calling it a day for Sam Ross, isn't it? He's a minute 20 off the lead. Just as he comes through and he gets lapped. Wizzyboy officially laps Sam Ross and just puts a dagger even further into his final race of the season. Been a hard race for hard season really for Sam Ross. In the Alfa Romeo, so we hope for better things next time out. Season 5 starting in January. Like I said earlier, if you want to get involved in Season 5, make sure to get your sign-ups in. Grids will be coming out in the next 2 weeks or so. I mean, Season 4 finishing up this week, so once F1 finishes and the checkered flag goes on that Sunday, it's all eyes forward then to Season 5 and to get their grid sorted, so keep an eye out for that. We jump back into this pack to see what's happening back here. That's Sam Ross just pulling over, letting everyone through. His tyres must be absolutely cooked. Must be just coming back just to claw it back into the pits and then call it a day. I think that will be it for Sam Ross. Unfortunately, it's been painful, but respect him getting all the way to lap 22 before coming to his conclusion of putting it in the pits. Klipsy flies, pal. This man's been saving up his ERS all race to do something like that, so fair play to him. Nikolai just ahead of this little scrap. I mean, think Reese with this penalty, like I said, I don't see these boys finishing higher than they are. Reese has still only got 5 seconds on the board, but Chesney's, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, he's going to finish. I mean, now with Nano's 15 seconds behind Kookaburra, looks like Chesney's best position will be 10th. The other Chesney Reese, 5 seconds behind. He has got a 6.5 second cushion window back to Cyril, so he might still be able to finish at 8th. We'll see how that goes. The field just seems to be 11 out in these last 5 laps. Tyre wear for the softs is starting to tick away now. Up to 5 and 6. Darwizzi though, this is the one. Considering he's surrounded by hard tyres, that gap to Wizzy. 3.2 as it stands. I can only see it going up now that the mediums are going to start to drop off. Mediums, another 4 laps on the mediums. I mean, that's brave for him to do that. I thought Sam Ross got laps. How's he still here? Has he got lapped a second time? Oh, Sam Ross, man. I think he's been lapped twice. That's pain. But yeah. That gap is already going up. And I'm just looking at it. 4 more laps. That's 16 laps on the mediums. That's a dangerous little bubble you want to be in the mediums. Darwizzi needs to be careful that that's not puncture territory. Because imagine that. Imagine if the title gets decided because he's chosen the wrong strategy and his tyres blow up. Oh my god. I mean, you might be able to crawl home on that last lap, but I mean, 4 laps to go as well. It'd be very interesting to see what happens with the fuel situation. I don't think, I mean, they're only still yellows. No real warning yet with 4 laps to go. Who else? Anyone else struggling for fuel? You've got Kookaburra, Wizzyboy, Nepatal, and Sam Ross. I mean, Sam Ross would be even worse on fuel because he's chugged the car around like 6 times. So just from revving his tyres and his engine won't be the best of positions. 4.2 now. I mean, Darwizzi's starting to lose touch, isn't he? Wizzy's starting to stretch his legs and make that gap count. He's trying to make sure that 3-second window does not get touched. Ooh, I thought he got a bit fidgety there, just a bit of lag. Heart and mouth moment, sorry. But yeah, Trullo as well. Totally lost touch. Oh, and Sam Ross had again. Another. Oh, Sammy boy. How is this tyres getting so? Oh, it must be a. Oh, no, it might be a skill issue, but I think it's more of a setup issue. It's the same corner every time, where he's just losing the back end and throwing it round. Who's he stuck behind there? I mean, he's just absolutely done in Driller Bonds. But yes, that's just because he's put a new set of softs on. But go back to this scrap as well. Let's see what the soft runners are doing. Nano's what chucks in the fastest lap. Fastest man on track. World champion. Down the 15th though, it doesn't look like he'll get a sniff of the points as well. Big gaps opening up between. I mean, Nepatal had that early trouble with his wing change, and then people below that. I mean, if you're below that, then just says you just had a painful race, really. Because then you've got Kookaburra 13 seconds up from Nepatal, and he disconnected, so that's why Kookaburra's 19 seconds back. And then you've got the top 9. That's really it. Oh man, it solidifies it with the little 3 seconds as well. Cyril looks like he's going to come home. Yeah, well, I mean, on track 9th, but he will jump Chesney. Because Chesney has got the 11 seconds. That's going to eat away at his time. Clipsy, the only real car that's close. I mean, you've got this little train of Clipsy, Reese tucked in behind Nikolai, but like I said, Reese will drop because of his 5-second penalty, but he shouldn't drop any positions actually. I mean, he would drop with his brother, but his penalty does usurp it, so he will stay 7th as things stand. Clipsy, they're running a very good race in the Haas, and Marinov gets a 3-second pen, but I mean, considering closest cars to him are the ones on screen, I think he should be fine for that 4th. Remember, he was the first pitter really out of that first strategy. Him and Driller Bonds, they were the first people to bring it in and put it onto the hards. And Wizzyboy's had enough. He's brought it into the pits. I'm surprised Sam Ross hasn't retired in the pits, I'll be honest. Quick fire 6-second that he's picked up recently as well. Another, just looking at this, what's the tyre saying on this battle here? Nano smells blood, doesn't he? By the looks of things, he's coming for Nepatal's crown for that P11. But I don't think he's going to have any more places past this. Oh, watch this battle quickly as well. Oh, look at this. Clipsy has had Nikolai. Nikolai's got the DRS though. very close to that pit wall. Chesney trying to go around the out. Oh, very aggressive from Nikolai to cut across. And back to usual order. Back to Nikolai, Chesney, and Clipsy still behind Nikolai. We've got 1 lap left as well. Kookaburra chucked in the fastest lap. I mean, when did he come into the pit? I didn't even see him coming into the pits, I'll be honest. And Sam Ross loose in the gravel. But I mean, that he might have done Chesney a real favour there. He's got the 11 seconds. He's not going to lose the position now, is he? He's going to lose it to Cyril, yeah. But beyond that, he's going to get 9th rather than 10th. Ooh, Kookaburra getting a bit leery on the throttle there. Playing with fire. Clipsy is slightly dropping back. Ooh, moment from Nikolai. I was just saying he was losing touch, but just like that, Nikolai in the gravel, 4/10 lost. I mean, he's eaten away all his ERS as well. So Clipsy's going to be right on the back of him, coming down that main straight. It's for position. I just realised it's the final lap. Final lap for the leaders. 1 more lap, so he does have a move down the main straight if he can get it done. But Chesney slightly dropping back as well. Can he get the move done? Goes to the outside. He gets squeezed by Nikolai. Oh, can he get it done? Yes, he does. Clipsy up into 5th on the fight. Oh, I thought there was going to be contact. Nepotov gets a 10-second penalty. Where has he gone? Oh, he's got a puncture. See, has he got a puncture? Wait. What's happened here? They've ran out of fuel. I said that. I told these people, it's all going to be the same. Nikolai's going to run out of fuel. Wizzyboy, I mean, the title was decided anyway, but Wizzyboy has just thrown away his win. He did everything he needed to do except top up the engine, top up a bit more fuel into the car. He's not even going to get a podium. Marinov's run out of fuel. Clipsy might get a P3. Oh my god. I mean, Darwizzi, he's running out of fuel as well, but he's now got the gap. Darwizzi, you're looking at your season 4 champion. He's done everything he needed to do, most consistent driver this season, and Darwizzi somehow wins not just the championship, but he wins in Japan as well. Drilla Bonds gets 2nd. Does Nikolai get it in the end? Nikolai gets the podium. Marinov gets a 10-second. Oh my, what an end to this race. Nikolai gets P3 out of nowhere. Clipsy 4th. Reese 2nd. Wizzyboy gets 7th in the end. Chesney, even though I said he was going to drop down, look at him. He's still got 6th. I thought his best result was going to be 9th. Marinov, cracking race, but he's ended up 8th. Cyril's got some points home. And Kookaburra, yep, look at him in the same situation. Nano in the same situation. And Sam Ross, yep. Alright, lad. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, cool. Wow. I mean, fair play. Great race anyway from Wizzy. But just a shame with the fuel. I mean, no safety cars at all. I'm quite shocked. Darwizzi wins in the final race. 3rd win of the season. Drilla Bonds gets 2nd. So they've had a great race. He was always there this whole race, just behind Darwizzi. And Nikolai, he was battling away with the 2 soft runners, and it proved dividend in the end because it was for track position. He made the softs. He's made his fuel last, and he's been the one that ended up on the podium. Honestly, I feel slightly gutted for Clipsy because I thought he was going to have that. I did not think Sir Nikolai was going to make it to the line with fuel. So, do you know what? Fair play. Clipsy. Do you know what? Clipsy might be my driver today as well. Constant battle this whole race on those softs. But there he is. Darwizzi, season 4 F2 world champion. His win as well. I think it's a stupid pose as well. Wins the world championship, wins the Japanese Grand Prix, has constructors champions as well. Not just because of the win, but Clipsy joined the team and he's put a valiant effort in. with the P4 as well. He had a great race last time out, bringing big points home for the team, and they're both going to be commemorated in the league as champions in the Champions Channel. So keep an eye out for that. Run through the final order after everyone just decided to not fuel the car up. We've got Darwizzi wins the championship, wins Japan. He gets the win. Driller Bonds gets P2 as he gets promoted as well. Nikolai ends up on the podium after a great race. Clipsy just misses out by, oh, look at that, not even a second in it. He gets fourth. The Chesneys follow up, despite their penalties for speeding in the pit lane. They stay fifth and sixth. Wizzy, he was leading on the final lap, and then he ends seventh because of the fuel. That's gutting. I mean, he got the 10-second for a dodgy cut. So if he wanted to, he could get that removed, because you obviously get bigger penalties for corner cuts. So we would have finished higher. Same with Marinov. Cyril gets ninth. Cookborough the last point, and then outside the points you've got Nano, Nepatal, Samros, Wizzyboy, and then retirements you've got Wicked Red and Gabby, who obviously shouldn't be there, but good race, Gabby. And there we have it. Season 4 F2 is done. 12 weeks of racing. I missed all of it, but I'm back now. I'm back for season 5, and that is the F2 done. Only thing left to do now is watch the F1 on Sunday. Again, title still up for grabs. A bit close. I mean, F1 on Sunday should be interesting if you want to give that a watch. Zinc 24 points behind Cialdino. Cialdino does not look like he'll be racing, so that means Zinc has to win. If Zinc wins, he wins the whole thing. He wins the whole championship. So, I mean, no pressure. But yeah, if you're interested in watching that, tune in on Sunday to watch the final race of House of Racing in Season 4. If you haven't signed up to race in Season 5 as well, make sure you do that. Make sure you go into the server, go into the driver channel, and put your name down to race in Season 5 if you're keen. And yeah, I've been the boss man. Mind my COVID. I've currently got COVID, so hopefully I've not been too unbearable. And yeah, whoever looks after you on Sunday, treat them nicely. And yeah, we will see you on Sunday. Or then, if you don't catch us then, see you next season.